Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to continue our work in Writer's Workshop learning about biography. Remember, a biography is a text written to inform or teach the reader about a real person. So keep in mind, this is a non-fiction book. The story can tell about the childhood, growing up, some things that were difficult for the person or challenges, traits or things about the person, what they look like and what their character is like on the inside, and their legacy. Why were they important? And we've already learned about Dr. Seuss, and we started to learn about Amelia Earhart yesterday by reading our book on Epic. Start to think, what is something that you remember about her from yesterday? When writing biographies, writers often focus on the important event or events that their subjects have experienced in order to teach them important details about their lives. They usually focus on positive events or accomplishments, such as winning an award, having children, discovering something new. So start to think about Dr. Seuss and Amelia Earhart. What were some things that they accomplished? Today, we are going to listen to a story called Night Flight by Robert Burleigh. This story talks about one important event in Amelia Earhart's life, and the big hint is that it's in the title. There is a timeline in the beginning of the story. I wonder, why would they put a timeline in the beginning of a book, especially a biography? Now, let's read the story Night Flight.
Night Flight. Amelia Earhart crosses the Atlantic. Written by Robert Burleigh, paintings by Wendell Miner. Harbor Grace, Newfoundland, May 20th, 1932. From high in the cockpit, a woman gazes down. It is exactly 7:12 p.m. The sunset ripples over the rough-hewn airfield. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Amelia Earhart pushes her last doubts into a secret place deep inside her. It is here. The hour. The very minute. Go. The red Vega rolls down the runway faster, then faster. The plane swoops like a swallow over dark puddles and patches of tundra. The shore gleams in the waning light. The waves are curls of cream-colored froth. The plane ascends high and higher as the pounding surf turns noiseless below. Amelia Earhart lives for this moment, to follow the wide horizon that never ends. The moon peeks between wisps of shimmering clouds. Distant stars flicker and fade. Her mind soars. She loves what she likes to call first-time things. She remembers roller coasters, bicycles, bare-backed horses. She sees herself standing again, a young girl, before whirling propellers. The props send puffs of soft snow into her delighted eyes. What she had seen from above, mountains like wrinkles in the earth, cities like toy blocks, cars like ants, and the blue Pacific glittering into mist. And now, she must cross this dark and seething ocean. Why? Because women must try to do things as men have tried. The gentle night nestles around her on every side. She rides easy, soothed by the engine's constant drone. She thinks this journey will be like so many others, simple, soon over. But she is wrong. Midnight. The blackness erupts. Clouds heave. The sky unlocks. Fists of rain pummel the cockpit windshield. Rivers of quicksilver darkness drown the moon. The wooden Vega wobbles on invisible hills of air. Lightning scribbles its zigzag warning across the sky. Danger! Amelia Earhart wakes from her half-dream. Is it thunder? Or is her heart pounding in brief, sudden spurts? She shifts in her seat. She cranes her neck. She squints. She carries on, flying blind. 1 a.m., the friendly night becomes a graph of fear, a jagged line between where I am and not quite sure. The Altimeter needle swirls wildly. It is broken. She will never know how high she is. She tries to outclimb the raging storm, up and up into the cold, brittle air. The Vega struggles. It grows sluggish. There is ice on the wings. The plane reels under the ice's weight, pitching sideways. Suddenly it spins, dipping and dizzying. Everything she has ever learned courses through her blood. Now or never, all or nothing. She tenses up as the plane nosedives downward. She must accelerate to gain control. How close is the water's surface? She bursts through the lowest clouds. There it is, rushing toward her, nearer, nearer. The Atlantic stares up with its huge, uncaring eye. Breakers rise like teeth from its angry mouth. She hauls backward with all her strength. The Vega lurches. It levels out 10 feet above the ocean tomb. It is 3 a.m., hours of drowse and snap awake, hour of white knuckles, hour of flame streaming out of the cracked exhaust pipe, hour of being tested by the dark gods, hour of clammy gray, hour of maybe and maybe not, hour of no in the gut, alone, 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 alone. Amelia Earhart sniffs salt, sips juice from a can, counts out loud, finds a middle between over and under, plunges once more into that thickness, and plows ahead. 6 a.m. How slowly the morning comes. Black thins to a watery silt. The gloomy sky pales. Splinters of sunlight stab down through cloud slits and brace themselves on the vault of the open sea. Amelia Earhart's eyes burn. Her face is clenched like a stone mask. Her stomach churns from the smell of leaking gas. A gauge above and behind her is dripping, drop after drop. She lowers the Vega through billowy snowfields. Clouds are dragon heads, grinning monsters, floating dead fish. On and on and on. Anything but this endlessness of water. Ah, there, a small boat, a drifting gull. A coastline emerges, festered with boulders and crags. Beyond it, a mountain looms like a frightening wall. Amelia Earhart veers north, following a line of train tracks. An unseen clock is ticking. She must hurry, racing a time bomb of exhaust flames and rising fumes. The countryside spreads out like a green fan beneath her. It is Ireland. Past where the train tracks end, she spies a smooth pasture. It must be here, she thinks. There is no other choice. She circles between two fences. Cows startle and scatter. The Vega descends, grazing the earth. It lands with a jolt. It bumps slightly and rolls to a gradual stop. Amelia Earhart leans back in the cockpit. There is an unbelievable stillness inside her. She slides open the window and blinks. She lets out a deep breath. 2,026 miles. 14 hours and 56 minutes. Alone. A great peace wells up. She knows she has crossed something more than an ocean. The world returns to her deafened ears. To be alive! Insects, bird calls, the rustle of uncut grass. A farmer comes running stiff-legged. He stands gaping. A flying machine? With a woman inside it? Amelia Earhart looks down. She pauses. There is so much that one could say, but not now. Instead, she smiles the widest smile of her entire life. Hi, she says simply. Hi. I've come from America.